कृपया लक्ष द्या. जयपुर वाया कोटा. कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
लखनऊ जंक्शन.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Punjab Express. পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন. कृपया ध्यान दियो.
Might get a notification really soon, just giving some UPI to someone. It's got nothing to do with the game. I promise you, just getting a medical delivery. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur. Medical delivery is because my heart is hurting. I had said that I should go with 210. I feel like Punjab could get there today. And then I decided not to do it. Once again, not listening to my instinct, not trusting myself, and therefore messing my position in the guessing game. But this show is not about me. Well, it is, but right now I'll pretend it's not about me. We're going to talk about the game. Punjab, who chose to bat first after winning the toss, has shown up this Hyderabad bowling a little bit, haven't they, Dooley?
It's been a very good performance. I mean, the opening combination was superb and some great cameos. Rilee Rossouw Taide as well at the top, but I think the little cameo from the skipper at the back end, 32 from 15 from Jitesh, has just propelled them to a chase that Hyderabad will, I mean, you don't know. I mean, they might feel comfortable. It looks like a really good surface. The odd one was holding in the pitch, but their bowling attack, it's the spin bowling options for them, I think, that's been the problem kind of throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
They've had, Bhuvi's bowled really nicely, but after the first couple of games, Natarajan's come back well. Their spin bowling just doesn't look as threatening as other sides in that top 3-4 at the moment.
True. Let's just start actually from the back end. Captaincy looks good on Jitesh, yeah? Looks good on his batting.
I think those kind of innings, what was it, 32 or 15, I think they're the kind of players that you need in your team. We saw it last night with Cameron Green, Maxi, down the back end for RCB. When you've got players that can do that can come and create a huge amount of impact inside 15 balls, it just takes your score to 190 on this pitch is probably below par, 214s just above par. It's a road, it's not doing a great deal, so the Sunrisers, that the way that they're going to try and chase it down, it'll be strapping themselves in, 7th gear and away they go, but the bowling's not great. You have to be honest, the Sunrisers bowling, there's not a great deal there. There's a bit of, obviously, expertise from Bhubaneswar and Pat Cummins, Natarajan, but as Dooley said, the spin options.
Yeah, it's a little thin there. Yeah. They've got to 214 and it's a side that has not done very well in this tournament, but even after getting to 214, it will seem a little strange when I say this, but they will think they've left a few runs on the table, haven't they?
Yeah, after the start, things just got a little bit slow through the middle and then they had a great finish.
Yeah.
But they just fell away a little bit through the middle, lost some wickets and in clumps, silly run out, those sort of things. But the way the innings has flowed, and the way the tournament's been in a lot of ways, there's sides that have got off to cracking starts, just fallen away a bit through that middle stage at times. Others have played that middle stage really well. I don't know what to think about the score. It's, you just don't.
You only don't, it's because it's the Sunrisers.
Correct, that's it. It's not not so much about the pitch and stuff, it's just Sunrisers could blow it away in 13, 14, 15 overs. You just don't know, or they could get blown away themselves. But the progression rate, not bad. The only one, I guess, the 38 for 1.
And if you look at over 17 and 18, bowled by Bhuvi and Pat Cummins, those have gone for 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Right, so having over 17th and 18th going for 6 and 6, that's gold, and that comes because of your seasoned pros.
Yeah, quality. That's the difference in a little bit of quality. Nitesh bowled in the last over, he'd already gone for 35 in 2. There you go, son.
Yeah.
Bowl the last over.
19.
It's not going to be easy bowling to someone like Jitesh Sharma, so the one thing, the Sunrisers bowling doesn't look great, but if they can get over the line tonight, it's going to give them a huge boost going into the eliminations, whether they finish 2nd or 3rd. If you can chase down over 200s just a few days before you start getting to the proper stage of the tournament where it's the consequence is high, it could give them a big boost. But they lose tonight to a Punjab side that's not lacking so much of their quality and overseas quality, have all flown away. It could give them a real kind of dent going into the elimination. So it's a good target, but you'd want to get over the line if you were the Sunrisers.
It's also, playing playoffs is also a bit of a perception game, right? And somehow the perception right now, which SRH would like to break, is that they're good setting, not that good chasing. And you don't want to give even an inch to the other three when you're in the playoffs. So therefore, they want to chase this not just for the 2 points, but also just dent that perception a bit.
Yeah, and just to remind themselves that they can chase. I mean, they've been a far better side batting first. We know that. They've dominated batting first. But when they have chased, at times, they've chased poorly.
Yeah.
And so that's when you, like you say, when
the Lucknow one is the only convincing chase.
That's about it. The 12 days off, are they match ready to go tonight? The bowling didn't look like it was quite match ready. It just needed an outing, a bit like a horse. You just need, you need that first run. You're ready for the second go. So from a batting point of view, if they can get across the line, you're absolutely right. It means that they just go into those playoff game, whichever one it might be, with a little more confidence. They know they can dominate batting first, but if they're coming off batting second in a good strong run chase of 214, 215, then it will just give them that little bit of confidence.
Look at the bowling for Hyderabad. God bless you. Look at the bowling for SRH and see where they went. Of course, you had that one tight over from Natarajan in the 10th. You had 2 tight ones with Bhuvi and Pat Cummins. But if you look at that, it's fairly democratic, except Nitish Reddy. And this is what I'm coming to, Vaughan. In terms of captaincy, that's a bit of a miscalculation that you're not left with any options, but Nitish as your last.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think Pat was probably gambling that they might have got a few more wickets and Jitesh might have been out by the time you get down to the last over. But yeah, miscalculation. But that's what he's got. Yeah, he's only working with what he has. He hasn't got, it's the spin department that's going to be a real problem for the Sunrise. If it swings and you've got Bhubaneswar with that new ball, he can always knock over you 2 or 3 and then you're absolutely fine. But if it's not swinging like we've seen today, that attack looks like it can get hit.
Yeah, they targeted, sorry.
Oh, sorry, no, I don't mind it. I mean, I look at that and I think, he's tried to take wickets in 16, 17, 8, or 17, 18, 19. He's thought, I'm going to go with my 3 best, Natarajan himself and Bhuvi, finish them out.
And he got, what did he get? So I've got it in front of me in the Cricbuzz app.
Who bowled 16th?
So 16th and 20th. So the bookends of those death is Nitish.
Yes.
Gone for 15 and 19.
Yeah. And
so he's gone for 34 there.
17, 18, 19 was who?
6, 6 and 9.
Yeah.
Which is Bhuvi, Pat Cummins and Natarajan.
Yeah, so he's
6, 6 and 9 and 2 wickets.
He's trying to bowl those 3 out and thinking, if I get them 7 or 8 down here, with a couple of wickets, then I can afford to bowl Nitish in the last one, and maybe we can restrict them a little bit. So the theory around it, I don't mind. He felt that he couldn't go back to the left arm spin, so I don't mind the theory around it. They didn't get the wickets. He wanted Jitesh out, and so I can see it from Cummins' point of view as well. And I don't think it's a bad call. I just think it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, and today it's also for Nitish the completely flat wicket. Perhaps he's gone really well in this tournament and he's been quite a revelation as a quick bowling all-rounder, Dooley. But today that was not his.
Yeah, and look, you're going to have those days when it's not your prime job. You are in that all-rounder category. I mean, he's got a job to do with the bat at some stage later in the evening, you would think. So, as I say, I don't mind the theory behind it. The reality didn't work out the way that Pat Cummins and Hyderabad wanted it to, but I understand it completely.
Yeah, he got a good run out though, Nitish Reddy. He got a good run out, that little slide, chasing a ball of his own bowling, little slide and getting that run out in, so that was good. But otherwise, the Punjab batting. Well, let's go to the top, because that opening partnership, and I'll say the names for Warnie because these are tough, Atharva Taide and Prabhsimran Singh. There, you're welcome. 97 of 55 balls, that's a good part. It's a solid partnership. And it's one at a good clip.
Yeah, Taide and Singh. That's why I'm going to go.
There you go. Nice.
Played great. Played with freedom. That fearless mentality that you require in T20 cricket. What it's proven today with the Punjab team is that, when there's absolutely no pressure on, you're down the bottom end, it's not a desperation, a must-win game for them as much as they're trying to win the game. It's just a free hit. They've got to try and bring that mentality, earlier in the tournament when it actually does matter.
Yeah.
It's dead easy when you're in a situation where if you get out, the consequences aren't that high. When you get out in the first few games of the IPL, when you're trying to set your team's campaign up, there's consequence, and also consequence for your own position because you can be dropped. This is the last game. Ain't getting dropped after that. They might not make the auction, but it's a free hit. So it's kind of trying to work out how they find that mentality, because they've clearly got the talent. They've clearly got some really good players. And when you think of the players that aren't playing today, and then you bring in a few that haven't played that many games, there's lots of talent there. But how do you bring that mentality out on a more regular basis when it really matters? But they played great today.
with Prabhsimran as well. He was batting at 3, then he was given a chance to open. Once Shikhar Dhawan was out, he was given a chance to open ahead of Atharva Taide, who had opened last season. And he's also kind of, he's got a lot of promise. We've seen him hit the ball. Today is the one that he has delivered.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with him throughout the season. There's glimpses.
Yeah.
Glimpses of what you think could be a very good player. But again, it's under pressure. It's the early part of the season. That's when you have to start delivering that. It's nice for him today, nice for Punjab. All of those things look okay at the back end of the season, but you want those performances in games 2, 3, 4, 5. Is he an option to stay at the top of the order next year? What's Shikhar going to do? Is he going to still be around? Is he going to play another season? So obviously, we know he was injured, but why has he missed every other part of the tournament, barring the start of it?
Yeah.
Is it injury only? Are there other things brewing? What we talked about earlier with Punjab, is there things behind the scenes that he's not happy with? But they've done that today with only one overseas batter, with Rilee Rossouw. So that it's shown us that the talent is there. They have the talent. And with the season that Shashank and Ashutosh have had, there's talent. Those guys can bat 5 and 6 comfortably, maybe 4 and 5. So maybe there's a new way to look at it for Punjab. Really strengthen up that international bowling attack. Keep Rabada.
Yeah.
Keep Alice if they want to go down that road. Find another international quick. I think Bra's a superb spinner. And maybe just work with that Indian batting talent and find one crack overseas batter to fit in it, whether it be 3, whether it be 4. And just see if that works for you.
It's such a good point because, and I know we'll talk about it a lot tomorrow. We have a little season wrap-up that we'll do. We'll talk about it. But it just happens in auctions, right? Somehow people tend to go for like rock star big batters and then they suddenly don't go for enough bowlers and you go, wait a second, what am I doing? I don't have enough Indian bowlers and I have all these international batters. I can't play all of them. You see that happening in the auction sometimes. What Doull's saying, that is the way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many talented players in this country that you're not picking just on talent. You got to know the character of the personalities as well. And to me, in any team sport, whether it's particularly our game, Test match cricket, 50 over cricket, T20 cricket, teams that win generally have good cultures around the group.
Yeah.
So you're picking good people. And I'm not calling out any of the Punjab team because I don't know them. But clearly there's been something not right in the culture of the side, and what you may find in a game like today, you might find out about 1 or 2 characters within the team, which is great. And when you start looking at the auction, of course you need the star and the real X-Fact quality, but in and around that, you just need really good people. Good people, because it's getting longer next year. More games, so you need a squad. It's not just about the 11, it's about 16, 17 players, and a lot of those players, they might not play for 3 or 4 weeks, but what they have to be is really good team players for the dressing room and on the training days, getting on the bus, on the plane. You need vibrant characters. You need people that bring a bit of humour, a bit of fun. And that can be the physio, by the way. I saw the RCB team. Now they've got a physio. I think it's James Piper. He used to be at Yorkshire. Then he went to Notts with Andy Flower. And he comes in with his headband on and a robe, and he's doing this team chat at the end, and I saw him. You need those kind of characters. Gets the team singing the song. You need those kind of people in your dressing room when you're trying to develop a culture and a squad that's going to go on and be competitive.
Yeah. The Indian players actually have done really well this season. We have to name, I think we can name like 6 of them. You have Atharva Taide, Prabhsimran have done well today. Shashank and Ashutosh. Harpreet Brar has been really good. Jitesh has been excellent the previous season. They've got the Indian talent, but what I'm getting from you guys is there's a little lack of clarity of, in terms of how the team is managed. And to just underline that point, if you remember, Doull, I take you back 2 months. Jitesh Sharma was the designated vice captain of this team. He came for that team picture where all the captains come. Shikhar couldn't make it, so Jitesh Sharma came. Suddenly, Shikhar's gone and Sam Curran gets elevated and becomes the captain.
And he was also probably in the 1 and 2 running for the backup keeper job for India. And his form throughout the season has dwindled away to the point where he wasn't even in the conversation. It was sort of KL, Ishan, Sanju and Rishabh Pant were in the conversation. Jitesh had gone. Yet he had played T20 cricket in the last 2 years. He was in the last team.
That's a real issue. That really is an issue when you've got Shikhar, skipper. Jitesh, by the way, you're the replacement person for the picture. And then, by the way, when Shikhar's gone, we'll put Sam Curran as captain. That's poor messaging.
Yeah.
And then again, this is the kind of stuff that doesn't get the team rowing in the same direction, right? And that's what can do it. But anyway, we'll discuss this later because, I mean, this is the last game for Punjab and the last league game for Hyderabad. Can they do it? Can they get to 215? Well, a lot is dependent on their openers. Before the guessing game begins, I just want to tell you that impact sub Arshdeep Singh, who's come in for Ashutosh, has got Travis Head first ball.
Well, Travis Head's come in.
That's right.
That's an
Impact to impact.
He's come in and he's gone out.
Well, yeah, that's right. He's come in and gone out, but this is what has happened.
So Travis Head has just had one ball on the pitch today.
That's
One
right.
ball on the pitch. And Arshdeep has come in and got him out.
So
And he's come in and got out.
That's right. He's come
Yeah.
in, got a guy out. The guy who's come in has gone
has
out,
got out, yeah.
and gone out already. But basically, it was impact to impact. There was going to be impact.
Yeah,
there was
correct.
impact. It's going to be 6 or out. It's out. Does that change our guesses at all? Because I know you guys were thinking 100, 120. I think
honest,
Bonnie also
I-
said 200.
I didn't have a clue what to go with, but Travis, yeah, I reckon.
I have my number.
Impact by 30.
Sorry?
I would have gone about 75. I'm gonna go 50.
That much impact.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I'm going with 67.
50, 67.
You've got enough
in
space.
the middle of that then?
Right in the middle.
58.
Would be 50, yeah?
58, 59. I'll go 59.
59. Exactly in the middle, actually. No, yeah, kind of. 58 and a half is in the middle. Do you want to
No.
pick that?
59 is good.
Right, just checking. All right, 50, 59, 67. Those are our power play guesses. Whoever gets it right, of course, gets points on the leaderboard and you go up. I know we've been playing this game for 2 months, but some people are still like, whoa, what are you guys talking about? Can you explain this a little more? So the next few days, I'm going to be explaining this game in painstaking detail. Well, that's all we have time for. We're going to see you on Cricbuzz Combox at the end of the 10th over. Before we go, 1 wicket down, 215 to get. Which side are you leaning?
Punjab.
Punjab?
Advantage Punjab.
Advantage Punjab. Okay. Never know.
Where are you leaning?
I'm thinking Punjab may win this, you know. They could. They could. Their bowling is solid. We've seen Arshdeep, we've seen Harpreet. There's, it's all some all Indian bowling attack today. That's right.
They'll bring in
They've got in
Ellis.
Arshdeep.
Oh, they brought in. Oh, okay.
They brought in Arshdeep.
Oh, they brought in Arshdeep. Sorry, so they could have brought in Alice as well, but they obviously didn't do that. So they brought Arshdeep in.
Yeah. They're not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So, but this Hyderabad batting lineup, it is their strong suit. Can Abhishek still keep going like that? Can we see some runs from Heinrich Klaasen? Well, it's been a few days since he's shown us some big runs, and you know what he's capable of. This is going to be a good game. Whoever thinks these are not dead rubbers at all. There's so much at stake for both teams. Well, that's all we have for you on Cricbuzz Live. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in a bit. Bye-bye.
जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad to Punjab Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। Cricbuzz